Yo, what is this? Swifty Storytime rank 14 grind, rank 14. Okay, let's have a look.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the glorious adventure.
Man! Okay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome
Very interesting choice of an intro, but still better intro than mine, I guess.
to another video. Swifty here. Origin PC is doing a giveaway, guys. It's going to be for a laptop. It's right here. Check it out. The link is below in the description. While talking a little bit about a question.
We won the juice, Swifty. We got the PC. We are watching you on the PC or on the phone. We don't want to buy anything right now, but thank you for the offer.
That I get asked quite a bit on my live streams. Swifty, did you get rank 14? The answer is no.
Oh.
And I'm going to explain why. All right. This might create a little bit of drama. There's drama involved, okay? Rank 14 grind in Classic is no joke. Okay?
Rank 14 is cancer. Pure cancer. That's the problem. In the further expansions, if you want to be going BGs, you are getting honor, you're getting some sort of currency. Then for the currency, you can be buying your wrathful of pieces, your merciless of pieces in TBC. You can be buying your gear for the points that you acquire in the BGs. But the problem is in Classic, the system is different. You have to be climbing the rank for many weeks, and it's just not worth it. And imagine that you're a casual player and you just want to play BG casually. You're not getting any reward for it besides the reputation, not at all, and you are just spending money because you are buying lip, buying potions, all this type of stuff.
Okay, I attempted it. First of all, I was playing on Faralina, which was the server where all the streamers are on.
That's the server with like 3-hour queues, if I remember right. Yeah, that one.
Farinelli, I call it the Farinelli server. And once World PvP came out, before BGs even came out, once World PvP came out, the only way you can actually get honor ranks is to do World PvP. Now,
yep.
As a streamer, I would get stream sniped quite a bit. That's the life of a streamer.
I know there has been a lot of controversy that, oh, Swifty, like you are like you are thinking of yourself too much, like yeah, everybody's gonna be stream sniping you. That's the problem. That I understand his like position, but I think in many cases he hasn't been stream sniped. But I think what was happening is that if people saw that Swifty is there, they were targeting mainly him. I would say that there's a higher possibility that because he's Swifty, they wanted to kill just Swifty. And so I think that he was dying, and he's telling us the truth in that way. But I don't think that necessarily he was stream sniped, because stream sniping means that someone was watching his stream in order to kill him. And I don't think that has been case in many situations. I think that more likely people just wanted to kill him because he's Swifty, you know?
So like eventually I actually had to put a delay on my stream, even a 30-minute delay on my live stream, so that I could go farm. For example, I'd go PvP in Western Plague Lands, and then I looked at the timer. Okay, it's 30-minute delay. I'd be like, okay, I got 10 minutes left on the 30 minutes. I gotta move to a new area, because if people were watching the stream, they would all go to the Western Plague Lands to hunt for me, and then once they found me in Classic, it's very punishing if you're getting corpse camped. You can't escape. Like, you have to set up like a warlock summon and then res and take it before they keep ganking you. Like, it was just a nightmare. So for me,
I think the best way, if you're getting gank in Classic, what you can actually do is that just go on and out. Like, there is no other thing around it. If you're
to grind the honor ranks, it was very difficult, especially the first two ranks. because during the first week, the highest rank that you want to get is rank 4. You know, from rank 1 to rank 4, you can get there if you're one of the highest ranks. But I guess standing on the server would have to be like, I don't know, top 20 or something like that. And I think I was I think the first week I was rank 250, and I grinded like 10-12 hours a day of PvP, and I got 250. But like, of course, like I said, I was getting ganked nonstop. I was getting stream sniped, so it was very difficult. I'd form a group, like a 5-man group, go somewhere in the world, and then all of a sudden I get ganked by like 10-man group. And the stream snipers would always make like a bigger group than mine to gank, and it was so annoying. Eventually I had to form 40-man raids, and then they would leave us alone.
I definitely think that he was getting stream sniped a lot still, because he's just Swifty, and you know, it's part of the game. I think because people are just so excited, and they just want to kill the streamer, even though for him it's not so much good of a time, you know. But
alone, but then you get less honor in the 40-man raids. You have to share that honor, so it was a balance. It was a balancing act. Within those first 2 weeks, it was just a nightmare for me. But anyway, what I did was I made a decision. I can't be on the server, so I transferred. There was a free transfer on the classic server, and I transferred to a server called Anathema, and I transferred to the very lowest pop server, Alliance dominated server. This way, there's less of a chance of me getting stream sniped. So I transferred to this new server, and sure enough, I think I was ranked top 3 on the server every week, all the way until rank 12.
More people on your server, even within the same faction, more competition. It's gonna be super tough. It gotta be so tough to get the rank 14 on Fairland, to be honest.
It was amazing. It wasn't easy. You know, I did the world PvP, and then we started queuing up for Alterac Valley.
Yep.
Alterac Valley came out, and Warsong Gulch came out, and Alterac Valley was the main way of grinding solo queue, because what I did was solo queue. I didn't have a team to play with, especially on Anathema server. We didn't have enough players to actually form a team anyway, or good geared players to compete, you know, in the brackets, because, you know, like when you do a 10-man pre-made like in Warsong Gulch, it's the best of your servers. Sometimes like 3 out of the 3 people on people's teams would have Thunder Fury or Hand of Rags, you know. Well, not Thunder Fury. I think just Hands of Rags, right?
Hands of Rags.
Thunder Fury. No, Thunder Fury was after Black One Lair came out.
Yeah.
But they would be decked out in gear. So I soloed Q in Alterac Valley. Now here's the this is where the drama comes into play. Okay. It's a really touchy subject. I know this because I would bring up this topic on the live stream and people would flip out.
Okay.
Horde versus Alliance. Now Horde wanted long games, and I couldn't understand why Horde wanted such long games. Like Alterac Valley,
because they just had a long queue. Like, imagine that you're a Horde player and you're waiting 50 minutes to get into Alterac Valley. You just want to be there and farm as much honor as you can. So you don't want to just have 7-minute game. But Alliance, who didn't have any queues at all, they just wanted fast queues because they were fast games, because they are competing within each other. So yeah, I understand both factions that had their own goals, we can say.
We do a game, and the Horde would purposely make the game last an hour and a half or an hour. And as Alliance, we don't want long games because we have fast queues. You know, they're instant queues. And then Horde had like hour queues, hour and a half queues. So whenever the queue popped, they wanted the game to last a long time, and they wanted to farm as much honor as possible. I can understand that. But like I said, as Alliance, we didn't want that. We wanted to end the game fast. So we were forced to get into Discord groups, find Discord communities that wanted to queue up together, and then so we can actually try to finish those games fast. And sure enough, I found a couple good groups to run with, and then we'd all get on Discord. We'd be in the same game, and we'd just rush and kill the last boss. Like, we'd just rush, end the game in 6 minutes before the Horde could, because if not, the Horde would drag the game on for an hour and a half, which is what we don't want. So the Horde hated it. But Alliance, we didn't get as much honor, and the Horde were actually good at adapting though. Like, even though, like, you could see the score, even though we would win the game as Alliance, the Horde would get more honor. So the Horde would kill all the lieutenants and stuff while we get that 6-minute win. We'd get less honor, but they would we would get less honor, but we'd get the win and we'd get the tokens.
Yeah.
So I did that all the way till rank 12 and a half. I did rank 12 and I was 45% of the way through rank 12.
Okay.
And then Blizzard came out with a patch.
Okay. What patch?
I don't know why. I think maybe Horde complained a lot, and all I know is the patch prevented solo queuing people from getting into the same game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was very difficult after that to actually, get all the people into the same game to actually form a pre-made.
But I think after this, what actually happened is that the new meta was Warzone Gulch. So at least Warzone Gulch, it is some PvP. Alterac Volley is just like PvE crap in my opinion. Like I think Alterac Volley might have some good elements in it, but for me personally, Arati Basin is the best BG, and Warzone Gulch can be good, but the problem with Warzone Gulch is if the enemy team is having a really good druid, he can be dragging the game forever, and you don't have any time limit in vanilla for Warzone Gulch, and the games can be never ending, and especially if the druid is able to be doing these like crazy jumps, like from like 1mm texture to another texture, and suddenly he's above you 10 meters and he's just running away. Yeah, it's tough.
So it was a day of celebration for the Horde. For the Horde, they were like, yes! But then after that, Horde started winning pretty much 95%, I would say between 90 and 99% of all the Alterac Valley. What? So when that patch happened, what you have to do as alliances, get into a pre-made group and just do Warzone Gulch.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm on an Anathema server. I couldn't do that, so I had to keep solo queuing. And then
there was no one on Anathema server that wanted to PvP with you. Swift, I don't know. I'm not sure. Did you try to get some help? Because you said earlier that the server is kind of like populated with a lot of people. So maybe you could try to just find some at least pocket healer, or maybe do a smaller pre-made. Just try to find like 5 good people, and even those 5 people can be actually winning the game.
And I kept solo queuing it. Every game was a loss. Every game was a loss. Every game was a loss. And when you lose, I imagine doing 12 to 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, no days off.
Okay.
And losing every single game. Like, it gets to you. It's like, yeah. And then each game lasts an hour and a half. It's an hour and a half, and you're competing against other alliance that are also losing. But if they happen to lose a game within 20 minutes, they get ahead of you in honor, in rankings. So it was like people that, and then, oh, dude. I gave up. I was like, the hell with this, man. I just gave up. So I got to rank 12 and a half. That's why I quit. I quit because of that damn patch, man. Blizzard, why couldn't you have waited like 1 more week? No, 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks, I would have hit rank 13, and then you could have done the damn patch.
I think rank 13 is actually enough for Warrior. Let me explain, because rank 12, I think you are getting 3 pieces. I don't remember if it's like head, gloves, and maybe legs. Rank 13, you are getting the rest pieces for Warrior. And actually for the Warrior, for PvP, rank 13 and rank 12 gear is actually BIS, even in phase 6. And for Warrior, you don't really need to hit rank 14, and the reason for it that the best PvP weapon, you don't need rank 14 weapons. They're really good. Obviously, they are good. But in phase 6, the best weapon that's gonna be dropping is gonna be Mace of Menethil from Kel'Thuzad, and that one is so far the best weapon that you can actually equip as a Warrior. Another honorable mention might be Dark Edge of Insanity from Khatoon, because what this X is actually doing is that if you hit a target, it's very good for Enhancement Shaman, because if you hit a target with this X from Khatoon, you have a chance to stun the character or like disorient the character for like 2 seconds, and he's just like doing nothing for 2 seconds. So imagine that if you're a shaman, obviously you don't have a stun, but if you have Dark Edge of Insanity, you have such a good chance of just killing, for example, healer just in a split a second, because you got your burst and suddenly you got a stun as well as a shaman with Wind Fury. Mental. mental. I just saw also a lot of discussions like, oh, should we nerf Shaman? Bro, welcome to vanilla. Not everything is balanced. And Shaman, as I mentioned earlier, Shaman is good in BGs, I got it. But in the 1 versus 1, he's not that good. Like, Warlock, in my opinion, Rogue, Mage, I think those are the best classes that are actually, Warlock, SL Warlock, what is it called? Demonology Warlock is the best one for 1 versus 1. So I don't think that Shaman actually he's just better at different areas. He's really good at battlegrounds, especially the elemental Shaman. So yeah, you had rank 12 and a half, and you couldn't just get the rank 13 at least for the gear, and you would be done. You would be done, bro. You didn't need to hit rank 14. It's just better weapons are coming soon. Dark Edge of Insanity, Ashbringer. Some warriors prefer to be running the sword spec, so I don't know. But I understand that it was tough. Rank 14 grind, it's a tough one, and for mortals like me or you, it's even impossible to do because we just have we just have real life. But obviously Swifty was a streamer, so he was able to stream it, he was able to capitalize on it, and he was able to get some money out of it. So I think that as a streamer, it's a good content, but sometimes I think that rank 14 can exhaust you to the point where stream is not gonna be that enjoyable because you're just gonna be exhausted. Like, if you're gonna be streaming for like 5 hours, like you have a lot of energy, we got it. But imagine that you are streaming for 13 hours per day, 7 days per week, 3 months. It's just insane, and it's mentally and physically draining. And I think that's why a lot of streamers just didn't want to embrace rank 14 grind, because they just prioritize their mental health and their stream. They didn't want to just like start spamming AV and just rush for Drek and the game is over,
Anyway, so now in Classic, Horde do win like 90% of all Alterac Valley, so I don't queue Alterac Valley anymore. Sometimes I queue in for fun, but it's a lot of pre-mates. So right now what I'm doing in Classic is I'm just raiding, just waiting for AQ40 to come out so I can actually fill the pieces gear that I'm missing because I didn't get rank 13. If I would have got rank 13, I would have got the helm, the chest, and the shoulders. So I'm going to get those helm, chest, and shoulders from AQ40, and that'll replace, that'll boost my character, and then it'll be done,
I understand. AQ40 gear for warrior is also really good. It's really good, but I still think the beast for PvP is rank 13 and rank 12 gear because you got extra stamina.
I'll have a finished character. So like I said, right now I'm actually.
No, you don't. You are missing Mace of Menethil from Katoon. And you are also a tank, so you are missing a lot of gear from next round. It's not over quite yet, but yeah, I understand.
Playing a little bit of both classic and retail. On retail, I'm playing mostly on my paladin. My warrior's on ice. I got Gladiator Season 1 on my warrior in BFA, but then warriors got nerfed. Prot warriors got nerfed because I play prot. So I started playing my paladin. I really like the prot paladin because they have a lot of utility and they're a lot of fun to play. So I've just been gearing him out, and this is my first 5 mask that I actually completed. Now the stream, I tried a 5 mask by myself and actually failed, and then the stream came together. They showed me what guides to watch, so I watched it live on the stream. I watched the guides, and the stream was helping me during the run. I get a lot of.
Okay, I think it's over, boys. He's not gonna be talking about the rank 14 grind, but I think that's pretty much it. I think, as I mentioned earlier, it's just rank 14 is tough, and I understand that you gave up, but I think if you push a little bit more for the rank 13, because as you mentioned, you were playing on a low pop server, I think it would be worth it in the long run, because as I mentioned in my earlier videos, I think that the classic is gonna stay, and it's gonna stay, and there's gonna be legacy server for classic even though TBC will come out. I think there's gonna be a possibility that you can be just staying on classic servers forever. So rank 13 and rank 12 gear for warrior will never get outdated, because it's just a beast. It's the same like for example for warlock. For warlock you need these 3 set pieces for a faster emulate. I think it's reducing the casting time of emulate by like 0.20 seconds, which is insane. So you get it's really good for distraction warlocks, because obviously then you get faster emulate with conflict rate. And then rank 14 gear is also really good, really good for restoration druids. And obviously when you get 3 set piece for a druid, he's faster in the cat form I think by like 25%. So this is insane for the druids who wanna be mastering Warzone Gash, because you're gonna be always in your cat, you know, because you're the main flag carrier. So you're gonna be much faster. And rank 14, rank 13 and rank 12, in my opinion, for a resto druid that wants to be playing Warzone Gash competitively, is just necessary. Like, it's a mandatory thing to have. Like you just need it for the extra speed, and then you're gonna be unstoppable. I remember seeing druids that were having this speed buff. It was just insane. Like, you cannot catch them. They have free action potions. They are just you cannot stop them. They are so fast. You need to dispel this. The priest has to come and he has to dispel the free action potions, and then somebody actually have to come and slow him down while he is constantly changing his form. Insane. And he's also having this speed boots. He's having this speed buff, speed bonus by his 3 set piece of rank 13 gear. Insane. But yeah, it is what it is. Swifty, still with AQ 40 gear and Nax gear and BWL gear, you can have a very powerful warrior. But I think a lot of people nowadays are focused more about mid-maxing, and they want to have the most out of their class. So, but I still, you can be definitely very competitive warrior in PvP and very powerful. I'm not denying that, but it is what it is. I understand, but still we have to respect you for getting to the rank 12.5, because it's more than I did. I didn't grind like this. It's just tough, you know. Fellas, please leave a like on this video, leave a comment, go to the Swifty's channel and please subscribe to his channel. You can find the link to the original video in the description below, and also please write me in the comment below what video am I supposed to check in the next one, and I will put you in the video if you give me a good suggestion. So you might be in a video. That's actually a pretty good deal. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.